What's better than a BMW 1M in Valencia orange? Two BMW 1Ms in Valencia launch colour orange. Back to the 1M, the second episode on this particular motor because we've done numerous upgrades on this car and we won't squeeze it all into one video, or not that you're going to watch all the upgrades in one, so we split it into four. First episode was on a dash cam. This episode is going to be on the audio upgrade we've done on this car. Now this 1M came with Harman Kardon Logic 7, I think they call it, as standard, which means it had all the factory upgraded speakers and it had an amplifier hidden behind the rear quarter area. That wasn't cutting the mustard. It sounded pretty abysmal, and not to mention the car's 2011, so we're talking about 14-year-old technology and speakers. So we've done a full audio upgrade. Everything is hidden though, so I'm just going to take you around to the boot and I'm going to quickly show you a summary of all the important equipment that we've installed in it, because we've upgraded everything apart from the rear speakers, which we've ditched. We've disconnected because we don't need rear speakers in such a small cabin, and we wanted a beautiful front sound stage where the driver gets the best sound results from their position. We don't need rear speakers affecting it. We just want front. 6 speakers in the front, believe it or not, on these 1Ms. In the boot, I've got some boxes laid out here just to show you a bit of equipment, because I can't show you the physical equipment behind the scenes. So starting from the front, we have the Audison bespoke custom fit K4E speakers in the front doors. That's consisting of mid in the door, mid-range 4-inch speaker in the door, and a tweeter. We've then got the Audison underseat woofers. In fact, I can feel these have got the original ones in. So what we're taking out is the original Harman Kardon 8-inch speaker and put in the far superior, more powerful Audison 8-inch woofers, which handle more power. Customer can actually fully reverse all this audio system as well. So if you want to put all the original speakers back in, if you sell the car for whatever reason, because you wanted to sell it as, I don't know, an unmolested example, you can also do that. And we've replaced both under seats, so you've got the left and the right. We've then put the Audison APF 8.9 amplifier. That is an amplifier with built-in digital signal processing, allowing us to get the best results from the audio upgrade, meaning we can fully EQ the system that we've installed and also put something called time correction on. If you don't know what time correction on, in layman's simple terms, what that basically means is we can delay each speaker to hit you at different times, pushing the effect of a sound coming from the middle of the dashboard, so the voice sounds like it's playing through the center of the dash, and you get a spread of the whole band or whatever you listen to across the left and right of your dashboard. That's what time correction does. Believe it or not, it makes a massive improvement to the sound quality. We have demo cars to show you what time correction sounds with and without it on. Huge improvement once you spend the time setting up properly. It doesn't come out of the box automatically like that. We have to do that. And then the actual most important piece of the puzzle is not in the boot. I need to go get a box. Hold that thought. Yes. Most important piece of the puzzle, the Audison Bit DMI product. What this does, because who knows what a DMI is? It's just a part number to you guys at home. This is a device which allows us to extract the optical fiber signal from the factory radio to go straight into our Audison amplifier. Because what you don't want to do in an ideal world, subject to compatibility and budget, is you don't really want to put an aftermarket amp over and after the original amplifier, because you're going to be governed by factory crossover points, factory automatic equalization, and factory digital to analog conversions. We want to have digital signal straight from the source, straight into our amp with as minimal digital to analog conversions as possible. So what this little device does in here, and you know what, I'll open it and show you actually. That's the product right there. This little device is definitely the most important piece of the upgrade in this car. This takes the BMW fiber optic link straight in from the head unit at the front, and then gives us a normal Toslink optical audio out, which is the aftermarket fiber optic connection you see on most TVs and home audio, and that goes straight into our amplifier. Without this, it will still sound very good. It will still be what we'd consider an audio upgrade, but it will never be as good without this. This makes any system sound incredible. If you've got an option for this on your system with an upgrade, you should always go for it. Results speak for themselves. We won't go into that just yet. I'll quickly show you what the system doesn't look like, because you can't can't actually see it. So all the system is hidden behind the scenes. You've got your tweeters in the factory position behind the Harman Kardon grills. You've got the 4-inch mid behind the factory position down here, and the under seat woofers, the 8-inch Audison drivers are under each seat, which again, you can't see. We've carried out certain attributes behind the scenes, like we've soundproofed the doors, we put soundproofing under the seat, we've even slightly modified the under seat boxes to actually make them improved and better than the original design from BMW. And then that is as simple as the system is. It is literally 6 speakers in the front, the fibre optic interface, and an Audison 8-channel amp. And the results, I wish you could hear them on the camera, because this car sounds absolutely bloody incredible. I mean, this is a good platform anyway. E90s, E82s, all this range is extremely good for BMW audio upgrades, but the sound is absolutely amazing. It's so good. And it's already been demoed to the customer, so we've already got his feedback on the system, and I'm hoping he'll maybe actually reply to this actual YouTube video and actually give his feedback publicly, because he's already heard it and he absolutely loves it. He can't believe he hasn't got a sub in the car, because he was actually entertained having a subwoofer in this, and we said to him, don't bother, you don't need one. The bass out of these 8s off that amplifier in this application sounds incredible. Unless you listen to some low down bass like reggae, a bit of heavy hip hop and maybe dancehall, you don't need a sub in these cars. The 8 inches perform outstanding, and he's got a great sound stage across the dash, and more importantly, his 1M doesn't look any different from the inside. All that equipment in the boot is all just boxes. There's nothing in the boot on show. The Audison amplifier went in the factory position, so you don't see the Audison amp. That's all hidden. The Audison bit DMI digital interface all hidden, and all the speakers are all hidden. And that is an audio upgrade in a 1M, and it is what we'd recommend as a starter package before you entertain systems that cost into the 5 figures. This system is bloody brilliant. And I'm going to finish the video here, because that is all you need to know on a 1M audio upgrade. My name is Connor, as always. Max behind the camera, Simon who installed it, and from all the boys at John Kleis Car Audio, we wish you well. Ciao.